Hugo, guys. So, what's up, guys? This is Sales Bros. This is episode number 9, I think now. And today we have a special guest, Hugo. He is Hugo. You're 19, right, bro?
Exactly.
19. That's crazy, man. He's 19 years old, very successful in sales already. And today, Hugo's gonna be going through his story on what got him in and basically the journey that it took from start to finish, how much money he's making, all that stuff. So Hugo, man, I'm gonna let you. The floor is open to you, brother. Tell us about what got you started and a couple of lessons you've learned so far.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. First of all, I just want to give it back to you guys that I even have the ability to actually talk in your podcast and actually tell my story and what I learned in sales overall. So 100% give it back to you guys. I see your hard work. And before I even get on into my story, I just want to tell you guys that how I even met these guys, because it was a little bit fun story. It was an event, a DNUG convention. The line to the actually where we register our tickets was completely full. And I don't saw there was so many people, but I just was walking through the other people, and then I met these two guys, and I was like, I don't know why, but I'm gonna connect with them. And that's the perfect thing about connection, because right now I'm sitting here guesting their podcast, and it's an unbelievable opportunity actually. But as I said, as Yamir said, I'm 19 years young, and how I even got into sales is a funny story. I didn't even know that I got into sales, basically. But I can take you through everything. But we need to go very, very far back in time. Ever since I was a little kid, actually, I have always tried to make money in different ways than the regular ways. Like
What
for
way did you
example,
try? Yeah.
I played a lot of computer games. So, for example, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, you could sell skins. So I was buying skins on a pretty low price, and then I was selling them for a higher price. I resell shoes as well, high piece closed, resell AirPods, stuff like that. So I have always trying to do something special. And maybe it is because of that thing that school was really hard for me, to be honest. I didn't understand what I was learning type of things. I only been to school because I've been told so by my parents. So maybe it all led to that. I was the only thing that I saw with school when people talked about vision with school, I only saw darker times. And I know it shouldn't be like that, but it was just for me that personally, because I was thinking that when I finish up school, I need to go and study, and then I need to be in a job, and I'm gonna be stuck there for 65 years, something. Yeah. Um, and I just didn't saw the vision with it, and I really didn't like it at all. And I have also lived with the fact that, for example, your parents raises you for 18 years, and for me to not come further in life than them is very egoistic, in my opinion. I don't know if you think about that as well, guys, but I think it's very egoistic.
What do you mean by that?
So your parents raised you for 18 years. They give you all your they give you all the opportunities for you. Basically, they give you everything. They put on the table, and they give you a place to stay in. And for me to not come further in life than them, I see it as very egoistic way.
Makes
Okay,
sense.
by
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah. I was gonna say, do you feel like you're doing them like a big disservice too, because of all the energy they put into you?
Maybe not, but I see that I need to come further in life than them. I just see it in that way that I must, because otherwise then it just rolling and rolling and rolling, and I want it to keep on going further on.
Exactly. No. I see. I kind of see what you're trying to say. I think it's it's our parents sacrifice so much for us that it's our duty to do better than them, so that one day we can give back all the hard work that they gave to us. That's
Gotcha,
kind of what
gotcha.
you're trying to say. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yes,
No, it's all good, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Wait, so
So
how many languages do you speak, bro?
I speak two languages. I speak
Okay.
Swedish and I speak English very well.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
have to learn Spanish.
Why are you learning Spanish? You're coming down to Miami, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
But
that means.
I
This
don't know why.
dog. Yeah.
I just like to. I talked a little bit Arabic with you guys as well, but it's
Yeah.
pretty hard.
Yeah. No, Arabic is a super, super tough language. Yeah. That's like for someone that doesn't know, like they don't have any background in it, Arabic's an extremely tough language to learn. Yeah.
It is like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But sorry, bro. I know we kind of went off a little tangent, but so where you left off was you're thinking it's now that it's your duty to do better than your parents. So
exactly,
okay, so
exactly.
from that point in the story, how did you get in?
So as I said, school was really a tough time for me. So when I was 16 years of age, I took actually my first job. And it was not a sales job or anything like that, but I took a job at a plastic factory, a warehouse, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you guys have experience out of it, but it was for me the definition of depression. Imagine yourself, walking into that warehouse. Everything is gray, no sunlight at all. Everyone is standing by their own, having headphones to listen to their music besides their machine. And the only thing that I did was put a plastic bite in a box and marked it. And I could do that for 8 to 12 hours a day in 40 degrees. But the most scary thing for me was when I asked people there how long they have been working at that place. And people said 15 to 30 years. It was horrific. And my dad has been working at exactly the same place, that same factory, for 32 years. So I was really getting a realization when I heard them all saying that they've been stuck here for 30 years. So that was the time when I actually started to looking into more digital stuff, like NFTs and crypto and all of that. But one day, basically, one guy popped up on my feed, and it was basically how to make money online. Very funny that we all seen it so many times, but I actually reached out, and he gave me the opportunity to learn basically the skill set of trading. So I only knew that, in my opinion, I thought it was only trading. It was only trading. But when I got in, they say that you can make money by recruiting and building up your organization. And I was like, I can make money by recruiting other people? Say less. So, as I said, I didn't really know that I was going into sales, but I just thought everything was so funny, by recruiting new people, by building up organizations. And after all, I understand more that shit, this is sales. And there were I started to earn more interest of the skill sets and stuff like that. So that's basically my story, how I actually got into sales. Um, and ever since then, there's been a long journey with ups and downs and a lot of educations and stuff like that.
Dude, I can't imagine like the way that you felt when you were just looking at that factory, especially since you're saying your father was working there for 30 years. Like that's such a powerful motivator, especially in like today's times when you're seeing people online, they're driving down in Miami with their Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all this stuff. Like that's never going to be an opportunity for you if you're working in a factory. It's never going to
Mm,
be an opportunity for you in pretty much any other job besides sales. There's very few jobs that'll get you there besides that. That's why, like, yeah, like I completely agree with what you're saying, and like I think we all have to be like, whether it happened on accident or on purpose, we all have to be super grateful that we got this opportunity because like there's just nothing else like it.
yeah, 100%. I love sales. I love sales overall. just the ability to actually, the feeling when you close a deal and you see that it's all signed, it's really a feeling that you really cannot put words into.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually, 100%.
Dude, I heard someone put it in an interesting way the other day. They were saying that the same feeling that people used to get when they would, like primal people, when they were like cavemen, and they would kill a deer or whatever, and then feed it to their family. That's the same exact feeling that we still get when we're doing sales. It's the same feeling,
It is.
and it makes so much sense. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So it's such a crazy feeling. Everyone that does sales, they remember their first deal, how it felt, and like after you get that crazy dopamine rush, and you're just hooked. Like, dude, like after I got my first deal, I'm like, I never want to fucking do anything else for the rest of my life. I'm like, this is a wrap. I know what I'm doing for the next 50 years. I'm selling. Like that's it. Okay, so tell us about what your day to day looks like right now and what you're doing. Yeah, what does your day to day look like? Like at the moment.
Okay, amazing. So basically, for all of you who didn't understand, I'm into something called network marketing, where basically you sell a product. They can be a product of, for example, many type of stuff. But in my case, I sell digital products where it's an educational platform where you can learn trading. So basically, what I do, I recruit people on a daily basis so they can learn the skills of trading. And so my day to day look like, basically I woke up pretty. I'm actually a night person. I really am, but I try to be a morning person because I have usually my calls from 4 p.m. to basically 12 a.m., something like that. And so I really try to go up earlier so I can, for example, so I can focus on my own for a few hours, like going to the gym, reading books, and just, me time overall. So what I usually do is that I'm waking up at 9:30 a.m. And the first thing that I do is that I'm that type of a guy that I'm very energetic, so I usually just start to play music directly what I do in the morning. And I actually, before I play the music, of course, I do my prayer and I do my gratitude, because it is very important to actually, woke up, and the first thing you tell yourself in the morning and you say out loud is positive things. Because if you're positive in the morning, your day is set by that way. Um, Many people of you have maybe experienced that you woke up and everything is going downhill. You woke up late. You for example, you kick your foot in the bed or something like that. Your breakfast is, everything is going downhill. Everything is going downhill, and it's all about perspectives. It's all about perspectives, because either you can see that it's happening for a bad way, or you can actually see that it's happening for a reason, and you can change the perspective in a better way. So I just like to be very for my own in the morning, no calls, something like that. I really want to focus on myself, that I set my right intentions for the day to be in a high vibration state. And then directly after that, I do my breakfast. And for you guys that wonder what I do for breakfast, I two toast, tomato, cheese, and scrambled eggs. I see it as a perfect breakfast. And directly after that, I go hit the gym. I hit the gym. I usually do that 5 times a week. And directly when I come home, I try to read. I really need to be better at reading books. I see it as as I said, I'm very energized overall. So it's very hard for me to, like, in the middle of the day, sit down and go read some books. But I try to do it. And after that, I start always my calls at 4 p.m. So before that, I do my trading. I look at the market and stuff like that. But from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m., 12 p.m., I don't know what it's to midnight, basically. Is it AM or PM?
Yeah.
You say
12.
PM. Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. I need to learn it.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then what I do on my calls is basically that I'm showing guys people the opportunity. I'm presenting the business, and after that, I hop on and close them. And I can close some very different ways. Either I'm closing them by my own, or for example, if one of my business partner has a prospect, basically a guest, I can hop on something called freeway call, where they edify me up as they basically leverage me and edifies me up. So then they invite me to the call, and then I close that person.
Got it.
And
Okay.
yeah, and
Makes
that's been on a day-to-day basis. But some days I also host trainings, or I'm educating myself on other trainings.
Okay, so for your position in network marketing, would you say that you're mainly like most of your job is recruiting other people? So you're like who you're selling to? You're selling people on the ability to sell your product.
I'm selling people to an average people, basically an average guy that just want to learn trading. It doesn't mean he doesn't need to have a lot of money. He doesn't need to. He needs to be the guy needs to be 18 years and above.
Yeah.
Other than that, it is no type of restrictions or no type of like type. We don't seek for a specific audience. We just, if you want to learn, basically how the process is usually going through is that, as I said, I saw TikTok, I wrote to that guy, he showed me the opportunity, I signed up. And basically that's what we do on a day-to-day basis as well. We post stuff on TikTok. People see the TikTok on their for you page, because every single people nowadays is stuck on that platform. Then they sees the opportunity to change their life. And then if it seems right, they go into the profile, they wrote a DM. But it's so much more behind the scenes. For example, with planning on what you're gonna post. With, for example, we have something called call to action, where you basically post a story and you make it so much easier for the prospect to write to you, for example, because so many people are not introvert, but people are very not scared either, but they just don't want to get out of their comfort zone and to write to new people.
Right. Okay. Question though. So but what I was asking was, are you selling? Are you trying to find more people to sell, like to sell your product, or are you trying to find more people to sell the course to?
So what I do, because we can build this business in two ways. Either I do the whole job and I can recruit so much new people all day long. But what you can also do in network marketing is that you can teach the people that are in your business how to also recruit new people. And that's the big compound effect with it, because you can sign one guy up and that person is so driven that he can change your whole business just by you signed him up. And that's the crazy thing. I was on a business meeting earlier today with one of my new business partners, and I explained how even me and him are sitting here today just by a decision I took 1.5 years ago when I hosted my first home event. But network marketing, network marketing industry is wonderful, and you're building connections all over the world, and it's so unbelievable in so many ways. You can take one decision and, for example, sign one guy that changes everything. That changes everything. That gives you generation wealth if it's the right person. So you're building connections all over the world. Basically, I would never be in Miami if I didn't was doing network marketing. I wouldn't even start up with a digital business if I didn't saw the TikTok. And that TikTok was a guy that did network marketing. So it's an unbelievable business. And for example, I had a I had a total of 100 plus people of my all-time high in my organization, where I basically earn commissions on a weekly basis. So, never worked in the industry. It's truly beautiful in so many ways. You cannot even explain it, but it's just unbelievable, actually.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how many people have you personally recruited in like total, and then from those, like, would you estimate it, right? And how many of them stayed as opposed to left or started to do a little bit, then like ditched it, or people that you've been able to keep around?
Good question. For me, I have always had the strength to duplicate more than recruit.
Okay.
So I think I've had over 500 people going in and out of my business, but personally, I have only recruited around 50 people.
Okay.
So
Wow.
my strength is in the duplication, where when a new person comes in, I can learn that how to actually recruit, so he does the job not for me, but in a more effective way.
Got you.
Makes sense.
And then when you are doing the recruiting, how quickly are you able to sign them up usually? Because I've talked to someone before about this stuff that tried to recruit me, and it took them about like a month to get me like to actually get into it. And then it was just a bad business model for them. I'm not saying yours is at all, but in that situation, I didn't like it, so I left after a couple of weeks with realizing what I got into. But in your situation, how quickly are you able to close them?
So it's from person to person. One guy can see my TikTok, right to hop on a presentation, and I close them the same day. And another person wants to think about the decision and all of that stuff. One guy can write to me on a daily basis in 1 year, and after 1 year he signs up. But I got what you mean, because some people doing it wrong, where they put so much time into they put so much time into old prospects when they actually should put the focus on trying to get new prospects instead. So what I do personally, I usually give people two chances to actually hop on, and if I don't close them on the second call, I see that as a waste of time if I keep on going.
Okay. So like when you are recruiting people, what are some kind of like red flags besides like them maybe flaking on those two? Like what are some red flags, like personality traits, that you would look for where you wouldn't see them as someone who could be successful in this business model?
Do you mean that when I, for example, close and what do you specifically mean?
Okay, like, so someone watching this that might want to be interested into getting network marketing, what would you say are certain traits that would probably make it more difficult for them to be successful in that person?
It's very hard to see that on the close. It really is, because you cannot see the action that they have in there in the closes, right? I always led with the fact that actions speak louder than words, and I've been in a situation where people see it on the closes or when they signed up, that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, but in the end of the day, they haven't done anything. They haven't accomplished anything, and they are just talking, right? So it's very hard to actually see that on when I close them. That are really hard for me that I can see that, okay, this type of guy is very professional, because I signed people that have no experience in sales, no experience in business overall, but they come in with the attitude to change their whole life, that they actually do it. Okay. But I got what you mean, because some type of closes that people that I've been signing up, I can really see from the beginning that these people will go far as well. But it's really hard to see people that it's very hard. I cannot really, what is called when you try to see a person that he is not really as he is. Do you get what I mean? I forgot the word for it.
Like fake. He's faking it.
Not fake, but I cannot really. Okay. For example, I cannot see the bad things in the people because he needs to prove after all that he really wants it or not. And basically that is, but it's really hard to see red flags on the closest, and you don't want to see them as well. You don't want to see them as well, because in the end of the day, you want to close, you want to sign up.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
So how much money do you make for every single person that you close? How does that work?
The package costs 275 startup.
Okay.
And I earn a commission of $50 for every person that I personally sign up.
Okay, gotcha. And then every
oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
So then every single time that you so you get $50 for every person you close, and then let's say the guy that you close, he goes out and he recruits another person. You get a commission from who he closes?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So how you make money in that way is basically by a commission plan, because they pay a monthly bill. They pay a monthly bill of, in our case, $150. And you basically, there's a compensation plan where you, in network marketing, you can build in legs. So either you maybe have 2 legs or 3 legs or 4 legs or whatever. In my case, we have 2. And for example, to earn $700 passively in a month, you need a total of 14 people in your organization. It doesn't matter if they come from you or the people that you brought in, but you need a total of 14 people, and you need 7 in one leg and 7 in one leg. So that's the perfect thing with it, because you can sign up 2 people, and then these 2 guys signs the rest, and you will still earn your paycheck. And that's basically how you earn your money passively. So you can go so much further. For example, if you have an organization of 500 people, which means 250 people in one leg and 250 people in the other leg, you earn around 10K a month, basically.
Nice.
I have a question about network marketing as a whole, right? Because there's a lot of negative stigma around it from what I've seen. So if someone did want to get into it, because obviously there's different business models, right, or different products that you're selling. What are some other products that you've seen that network marketing people are selling that would be beneficial to get into, as opposed to certain ones that you'd stay away from? Or like what do you think makes one organization stronger than another?
So basically, network marketing has been in the industry for a very long time. Even my parents did network marketing when they were younger. Mm-hmm. And it's very popular these times as well. When the older people are doing, they're usually doing like, makeup products or health products or travel packages or other type of investments. So the network marketing industry is so big, and there's so much thing you can choose about when it comes to products. But what I can see is the most beneficial way is actually the digital products. For example, in my situation, education where you learn about the skill set of investments. And I see it's a more beneficial way because of we are in a generation and we are in a time where everything is more digital. People want to learn more about crypto because of the halving and everything getting more into cryptos and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a more beneficial way to actually, if you want to do network marketing, go into digital products.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, and then so for someone that like just wants to get into network marketing, let's say they're month 1 to month 6, how much money can they expect to earn?
It's all about you. It's all about you, to be honest. I've seen people come in, and their first month they have created a revenue of 20K, and I see people that are been in the business for 6 months and only created a revenue of maybe 1K. So exactly like it is with every single sales job. It's on you. It's on you, and you really say or be telling that people will earn a significant amount of money, because in the end of the day, it's on you.
Okay, that's a really good answer. Yeah, that's true in everything. True in everything. So, what's the most amount of money that you've seen people make at your company?
In my company, in my former company, and the company that I'm in right now, the average type of people it's very hard because there's a lot of people, right? There's a lot of people joining and leaving on a daily basis. But what we've seen as an average, because we have seen average scales that you will make money, this type of amount of money, if you put a lot of work in. For example, we have this that um, in network marketing, you have a scale where it says that if you work 3 years really hard work, you will earn 10K a month in network marketing. So by the end of the day, it's also by person by person. So it's very hard to actually answer that question, because there's a lot of people that are going in and leaving, and some people make 55K a month that month, and next month the whole organization left the company, and you're down to 2K again or 1K again, and it go ups and downs. So it's very hard to actually answer that question.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
So do you see a lot of people that are just jumping from if they get into network marketing, they're doing that successfully with you guys? You see a lot of people that jump from company to company to company, or are the people who are jumping, are they just not successful?
That's a good question. Because I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I've seen people that have been staying too long in their company, and I've seen people that jumping from company to company and for no reason. I can say that it depends on your situation. If you see that it's a better business model for you, and there's make more sense to actually change company for you, you should do it. So many people these days have so much love to their company, and you should not really care about the company in network marketing, because you should care about your situation. If, for example, in my case, my former company we had 3 legs, and I had a really hard time to build up my third leg, but a lot of people in my first and second leg. So then I changed to a company with 2 legs, so it made more sense to me in a business wise. And some people, they're thinking like, how could you do that to the company? How could you do that? But I'd rather feed my family and myself than the company.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That makes complete sense. Yeah. Okay. So it's a very comp plan driven change. So if the comp plan is good, people will stay. If it's bad, people are going to go.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Awesome. Well,